Hello everyone and welcome to the Dead Island episode of ARK Survival on the YouTuber server. And man oh man, am I scared about this. Now, I think we'll be okay. I said, not entirely convincing of myself, but I think we'll be alright for this because we did a little bit of a resource grind. I know it doesn't really look like it, but as you can see there just for a moment, we did have quite a bit of gunpowder being made because we're going to arm ourselves up and we're going to go in and hopefully do some good bits of damage. Now, because of the nature of this mission, I think that what we're going to do is we're actually going to take a Kwehs over, because the entire point originally of wanting to go to Dead Island was because we wanted to go and try to find ourselves a Rex. Coincidental side note, you guys may notice that there is a Carno that is kind of standing through our wall. I am not entirely sure how this happened. I'm assuming he came down from up there and then just kind of flopped down into here and then got stuck. And then he bit one of our Argentavis and he got progressively more agitated. But now he's just sitting in our wall. So, you know, he's just a Carno in a wall. I don't really know what else to say about that. He's just in the wall. Alright, so, and here's Goodoodles. We did another metal run, so we are actually swimming in quite an abundance of metal. And actually, I suppose while that's going, the intelligent thing to do would just be to get this going as well. I will say that we will do a little bit of a something-something for our own benefit. We do have all these metal. You can see there, look at how much gunpowder we have. 1,700. We have more coming. We don't have any more here. But we do have more gunpowder coming. We have 400 metal. We have even more in our forges. So let's go ahead, turn this bad boy on, and let's just craft. Let's just craft away. Let that run. Let that do its thing. Go to the slam jams and have that just run down. Let's take 200 more gunpowder from here, and let's just throw that into the mix. So another 200 gunpowder, that should prop us up to hit up another 200 of these bullets, and then we'll have some in change, which is of course what we are kind of aiming for in general anyways. Now let me go ahead into the Fires of Mordor here, get myself some metal, because we do need to make sure that we are prepared. Now you can tell there, actually, I'm going to go even repair it one more time. But we repaired our armor once because we wanted to make sure that whenever we went to Dead Island, we didn't die because of something stupid, which we already are probably going to do anyways, but we're trying to reduce the number of dumb options there are. And one of them that would make me scream from the mountaintops at very, very loud and very concerning pitches would be if I died because I forgot to repair my armor. So we did repair most of our equipment, we repaired most of our weaponry and such, so all we really have left to do is to make sure that we repair up our armor one last time before we embark, and then we also need to make sure that we are more or less well kitted for weaponry. Now this one is going to require polymer. We probably should actually make that, so I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet, and we're going to make 5 polymer here. It's not the greatest thing to have to do, but you know what? It's a necessary evil to make sure that that gun is fully ready to go. And of course, we make obsidian on the daily. We can go rob some more beavers. We actually do need to pay the beavers a visit because we lost our beaver because, of course, a raptor came by and said, hello, and then just like absolutely destroyed us all. And by destroyed us all, I mean took out our beaver, who was wandering around getting us wood, by the way. So, shout out to one's beavers who are just like hanging out, doing the heroic job that all beavers should be doing for us instead of biting me when I go rob their homes. Even though, admittedly, that's probably the right thing to do in that situation. But still, that's not the point, darn it. That's not the freaking point. Alright, so, we have this here. I'm actually going to even go a step further and make the assumption that we are going to potentially need the use of our sword and shield. Now, ideally speaking, we aren't going to need to use either of those things, because if we use either of those things, then that usually means we fudge something up. So hopefully we won't need to use them. Hopefully what will happen is that this will go all according to plan. Now that I've said that, I'm pretty sure that counts as having jinxed myself, so we're probably screwed and we're all going to die in a like flaming pile of bat poop. But we'll see what happens. So repair, 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 And we are literally repairing just like the most minute damage off these things of armor, by the way, guys. I think it's like the damage we took from a Dilo or something, so we're talking like really, really minuscule here. We will also take, actually, some beer. Now, obviously not all that, because that's 120 in weight, but I'll take maybe 5. 5 is, I think, a pretty good number. Now, beer itself doesn't really seem like a great thing, but before the debuff kicks in, it's actually a pretty solid thing to have on your person. We also do have 2 recipes that we've collected. I don't think you actually need the recipes. I think that's just kind of a way to hint at what you can do, but I just kind of wanted to acknowledge the fact that we do have them. We also have this Mind Wipe tonic recipe, which is going to be something that we will definitely need to use the more and more I think about it. We're going to need more rare flowers, which we have to go into, I believe, the swamplands for. But we have Focal Chili. We also have the Enduro Stew. So these are 2 buff recipes, and then we have decorative coloring, and we will eventually make things pretty, I promise. We will eventually run around, we'll be the flower girls of the nation, and we will run through and make Robert Elflaw very proud, and, I don't know, like, kiss babies or whatever it is Rob does in his spare time. So, that, before anyone misconstrues what I said, I mean this in, like, the presidential way, as in, like, you know, I'm very famous and a beloved figure among the peoples, and I kiss babies, not I'm a creeper and I walk up to the small children and kiss them, because that would not be what I'm trying to convey. Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. We can make 74 more bullets. Let's go ahead, craft the whole lot. Let's also repair our assault rifle. Now, this bad boy is going to be quite the doozy, and we're just going to go ahead and load up on all this ammunition. And man, do we have a lot of bullets. So we're going to take the whole kit and caboodle if we can, and I just took that prematurely. So we're going to go ahead and take the whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle, and I think what we're going to be doing there is we're just going to run through and we're just going to annihilate any opposition that we come through, clear an LZ, put down some like spike walls. I will remove them after we leave. We won't leave like anything behind there, because I think that would be kind of ill-mannered, but yeah, we are definitely going to have to clear like out an LZ or something. I'm going to go ahead and assume that the first thing I'm going to be needing is my gun, not the ability to tranquilize animals, but we'll keep our crossbow handy just in case I do want to revisit that idea of what is very important to me at the time. So let's go ahead, pick this up, and let's turn off our machine. And let's go say hello to Pretzel, and we're going to go on our way. Now, I know it seems kind of risky to take Pretzel out, and honestly speaking, it is kind of a sort of weird risk to take. But the reason why we're taking this as a risk is because by taking Pretzel, we're going to be able to hold, number one, a lot more weight, but if we also find a good dino over there, then we can actually bring him home. Or her home. It's totally fine if it's a mama dinosaur, or even a sassy little baby girl dinosaur, or it could potentially be a very sassy little boy dinosaur, a very sassy old man dinosaur. That'd be kind of weird. I hope I don't find a sassy old man dinosaur. But hopefully what we're going to do is we're going to find wonderful things that we've been looking for. And of course, if I find something even better on the way too, like if we find a level 30 very handsome Rex, then I'm going to go ahead and take a moment and just go ahead and tame him, then we'll continue on there for the next time. But for all intents and purposes, if this goes like every other day we've done this, I need to go ahead and make sure that we keep on just trekking along. We just have to keep on going forward, because last time we went like over and looked around at the different dinos around these parts, they were all very wimpy. They were very, very anemic. They needed some Wheaties, and they had none to have. Alright, so it looks like a couple of the beaver homes have been repopulated. Not that many, though. Would love to see some more. And actually, with the Kwehs, we have enough weight capacity here that we could probably bring some back with us. Because cementing paste in the first place weighs almost nothing. But definitely something we can do. Now, I don't see any Rexes. I see a couple of little riffraff down there. But nothing that looks too tempting. We also have never gotten a Paraseum. Also, as kind of a reminder for some of you guys, we are at the point now where we can make a Bronto platform, which I had completely forgotten about, but we can absolutely do that. So we can absolutely go for a Bronto platform at some point if I really want to. But that said, I don't really see the point of doing a Bronto platform. I do, however, see a point in me whipping out the spyglass and looking at these fine Rex legs. Oh, baby. Bronto. It's a level 2. Alright, so I don't believe I can take a Rex and pick it up, but what I can do is if we find a really, really cool Carno, or we find a really cool something else that's a little bit smaller, then we hopefully can take care of that. But again, main point here is just so we can carry stuff back if we need to, and of course if we find something that is like relatively large, I'd rather have the pick of the crop rather than being like, darn it, had I only brought pretzel, then been very sad. Because then now we can at least be sure that if we could pick it up, we can pick it up. Of course, that is by no means a guarantee that we'll actually manage to do that. But we'll see. We'll see what goes on. We'll see what goes down. But we have to go all the way over here. So right now, we're about dead center of the map. We're just about across 50-50. And then we're going to be about dead center. We need to get... Actually, I guess technically we're... No, it's about 50-50. That 50-50 is dead center. I don't know why I'm talking... Yeah, whatever. 50-50 is dead center. Anyways, we have to go all the way up to the very, very northeastern corner, and that's apparently Dead Island. And that's going to be some very, very spooky stuff over there, because there are some very unfriendly critters. Now, there is a Carno down there. Again, we're not terribly concerned about Carnos. We're not concerned about the raptors. I am concerned, not in the sense of I want to tame it, although it would be cool to tame one, but I'm not really looking at gigas right now, because I value my life, and I like to have my limbs attached to where they are currently attached, not to have one, like, down the esophagus of a dinosaur, so we're going to hopefully not get into too much trouble with gigas or anything like that, but hopefully we will have some good fortunes with finding at least a good Rex, because I have been searching high and low and just not finding any good Rexes. I think the highest we saw was like a level 17 or something like that, and it just sassily walked by and then proceeded to run into a direwolf camp, and they all ate him. So it was not good. It was, needless to say, it left much to be desired amongst our critter friends. Now, there are some beaver homes here. We'll probably swing back, so let me just make note of where we are. So we're right here where the river splits into 3, which is surprisingly not that helpful of an indicator, because the river splits into 3 like everywhere. But we'll see. Oh, and our teammate invested $5 while we take a little rest here on top of a miniature metal mountain. Let's go ahead, plop our butts down, rest for a moment as I read what this is. Did you grab the kibble? It seems to be widely believed that it is missed. Yes, I did not bring the kibble. I completely forgot. That's okay, I think. We'll figure it out. I also coincidentally forgot all the narcotics. So, we somehow, despite having had started this way in the morning, and you know what this is? This is basically like whenever I go packing for a trip. Like whenever you go traveling and stuff, this is totally a me thing to do, where it's like, alright, I brought everything, I think. I have my phone charger, I got my wallet, I got my keys, I'm just going down this list, and then as I get there, it's like, sir, where is your ID? Oh, it's in my... Where's my phone? Oh, crap! I don't have my phone or my ID! Oh, no! And I don't have any money in my... Oh, God! My cards are all gone! And then it all goes downhill from there. But, we'll see how it is. And either way, I mean, really, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to contain a Rex here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, come on. Let's be honest. Let's be honest about what's going to be happening here. If I find a Rex, chances are I'm going to scream like a small little schoolgirl and then proceed to fan all over it and then go about our day. Because honestly speaking, it will be interesting. If we can confirm the existence of high-level Rex, we will absolutely come back to Dead Island and we will go tame it. But we will see. But I can't believe... I think we even said it at the start of the episode. I was like, we can bring the kibble. The kibble is okay to bring because we have it has like a really long lasting time in the inventory, and not only does it have a long lasting time, but it's super lightweight. So I have no excuse for why I didn't bring it. I'm just a dum-dum. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Let me go scout it out. This will definitely be a learning experience for sure. Alright, so I think right here is Dead Island. Not to be confused with the computer game, although I think it's also released consoles now, but not to be confused with the zombie survival game Dead Island. But it is definitely going to be interesting. So only carnivores, I believe, spawn here. The rest of it is just like death, death, and death. So this should be a place that is infested by critters that all want to eat me. So I really probably should have invited the Australians with me. They probably could have given me some good advice as to how to survive on this godforsaken bit of land. Although admittedly it seems empty. Is it empty? I see no critters. Oh, there's a critter. It's chasing after a raptor. Well, that's lovely. It's level 4. Okay. Well, the island is tiny. What the heck was that? Okay, I thought my thing just shook. Alright, so we are not seeing... We see an Argentavis. We do see an Alpha down there. Some Scorpies. Level 23. Level 8. Okay, so it doesn't seem like there's any kind of correlation between this particular island and having higher level dinos, which is kind of a bummer. I was sort of hoping this would be a haven for all the high level dinos on the server, but it does not appear to be the case, although there is a really rabid following of just things that want to eat each other. And then I do see a shark dog over yonder. Let's go see over here. Let's go see what this is going on. I'm not going to lie, I thought this was going to be much more crazy, or crazier, I suppose would be the right way to say this. But like, it seems pretty tame. It's also fairly small. I thought it was going to be much larger. Although, admittedly, I don't think I'd ever want to see that ever again. It's like cats and raptors, and that's wrong. that's just not right. That ain't right. All right, so I guess, well, the good thing is, I'm pretty certain that killing a raptor is something that is within my realm of ability while I'm on this island, because they don't seem to be, they don't seem to have found a place to live that is too great in terms of does not have really high cliffs. So I think we can get away with killing an alpha here. So we just slurp down and see if we can get its attention, although I don't think it seems too curious about us. Come on. Come on, fall in love with me. Hello? This thing seems really just not interested. Oh, nope, there it is. Ah, there he goes. Alright, so now we have Senpai's attention. We have to go now murder him in cold blood, because that's the way this works, I think. Alright, so Raptor is there. Can Raptor reach us? I don't believe so. Alright, and I am having a little bit of a concern moment that I'm going to screw this up, but I think we'll be alright. Alright, so I do see that Rex over there still. Perhaps if I kill enough of them, we'll get one that is actually pretty decent. And I've also never tested this. Let's see how this goes. Oh, it even tells you when you're locked onto the target. That is hype. Some Carnos trying to get up to me. I think we'll be okay. I can't imagine that not being the case. Alright, so let me just slowly slither down. Oh, hey there. Hey there, big mama. Oh, hold on. Okay, let's move the poop out of the way for a clear shot. And... oh, we hit it. Alright, okay. So that's good to know. The range on this is actually fairly good, which is sort of a surprising thing. And then these idiots are fighting each other, I guess. Oh gosh, I don't even want to know what's going on. That's going to eat that poor Argentavis, and that Argentavis is in turn going to heal it, which is not what we need. Not at all what we need. Okay, I'm pretty sure I tagged you. Okay, so we have tagged it a number of times, but it is very much still alive and kicking. I'm going to be honest here. We are not exactly in the best position for this. I thought this was going to be a little bit better of a position, but it is definitely... it leaves a lot to be wanting. I think I can make it down here without dying. Mommy. Mommy. By the way, a reminder for everyone, Mother's Day is coming up soon, so you should probably think about getting her a gift. If you are in the States side anyways. I know that some countries have different kinds of celebrations for familial units, I should say. But I don't see it. Oh my god. Oh, there it is. There it goes. Oh, I think we're hitting it. My reticle is yellow, which means that we should be hitting it, right? Okay. I think we are getting some good shots in there. Okay, that one definitely hit the rock. Not quite what we want. I guess we're just going to keep on tapping away at it with this assault rifle. Admittedly, I kind of feel really cheap about doing it this way, but at the same time, this is Dead Island, man. We don't mess around. We're here to be like the Navy SEALs. We're just here to do business and kind of get out. Come on. Down it goes. It was a level 28 raptor as well. We weren't messing around with like some small fry. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go ahead and swoop down to the ground. Oh, that Carno's still there. You know what, Carno? I'm just gonna storm you. I'm gonna stormtrooper you. You ready? Alright, let's see how good this assault rifle really is. Wow. Decimation does not even begin to explain what just happened there. This is brutal. This is actually savage in the most ridiculously fulfilling way imaginable. I probably shouldn't be deriving quite as much entertainment as I am from that. I am a terrible human being. Alright, so these are all primitive. We have a ramshackle one. We'll keep the ramshackle, I suppose. And we'll keep the ramshackle bow. But other than that, this is actually a pretty tame yield. I wouldn't describe it as bad, but certainly not very good. Alright, let me go ahead and, you know, whip my shield out for harvesting meats. Okay, well, you know what we can do? Let's go look around, because we have a really good source of prime meat here. I wouldn't... Oh, wait, are you a new Rex? You're a level 11, but you're not... I don't think you're what I want. No. You're a Carno. Alright, come to daddy. Like... It's just so much, like, this is what it must feel like to be in like, World of Gate or whatever. Like, whenever you have these situations where it's like you have old things fighting new technology, it's a senseless slaughter. I dare say I'm over prepared for this. I'm not gonna take you home, Scorpy. So no way, no how. Sorry. Wow, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel savage for doing what I am doing right now, because I am very, very strong, and these poor things have no chance. Alright, let's see what's going on in the skies. If we can find a good Argentavis, a level 13, alright, and a level 8. They're both absolutely despicably low level. Alright, so let me see, can I tag you from out here? I don't think I can, although it's highlighting, so maybe. I'm assuming there's like bullet drop or something. Okay, we definitely tagged it there. I'm wondering if there's like a significant bullet drop that I have to account for here. Well, we ticked off one of them pretty well. Man, this I've got to admit, I feel super OP right now. I'm just going to be honest, we are demolishing them. Like, this isn't, I feel pretty gutsy, actually. I feel pretty gutsy. I think we can actually stroll along the beach a little bit. I probably should put Pretzel away in a little bit of a safer location. But here, let's take out all the targets on the island. Because failing finding anything, the next thing that we can do for ourselves is clearing out anything that appears, and then trying to see if we can coax a good one to pop up. Alright, down goes that Argentavis. Down goes another Argentavis. Man, we are just slaughtering them. And we have plenty of bullets to spare. We're not exactly hurting for bullets either. And we also have some alpha meat hanging out. So we're good to go. We are legitimately good to go for just about anything that they can throw at us. I would be very shocked if they find something that... If we find something that we can get challenged by. If we want to tame anything at all, we should bring back home a souvenir, because we have the prime meat. We can get a pretty solid tame from anything that's on the island, because they're all meat eaters. But I guess the exception of, well, no, even the inclusion of Scorpies. The Scorpies, we just have to hold the prime meat and it'll eventually spoil. There's nothing here. I was, okay, so I was told, because I didn't do any research about this, right? Because people were all like, oh, Dead Island's all sorts of war stories, and oh my god, it's so scary. And once I even left behind my, like, one flip-flop, and they ended up killing us all. And I'm like, wow, that seems really intense, friends. And then I'm here, and it's just, it's not. It's totally, like, not only is it under control, but we are whooping its butt. We are just demolishing it. Wow. There is like OP, and then there's like what we are. This is unfair. I actually feel like we're being over the top rude. Alright, let's see what's going on with this. There is a fair number of targets here. This could be the closest thing that we get to a fair fight on the island. Level 11, very disappointing. Level 19, level 6 Carno. All these, I don't even want a cat anyways, so kind of irrelevant there, I suppose. Alright, okay, well let's go get this purple drop, and then I guess we'll go from there. Are we good? I think we're good. Alright, so let me go ahead. Let's run up this rock. Let's go open up this supply crate. And a Sarco saddle. Okay, that's actually not bad. I would rate a Sarco saddle. It's way better than another compass, so I will take that. Okay, seriously, Rock? Like, you for real? Break it down, break it down, break it down. Alright. And then, well. Oh! Hey there! Hey there, you two. How are you? Level 7 and a level 5. The level of disappointment that is currently flowing through my veins is pretty ridiculous. Alright, well, come hither, my child. I said come hither. Don't ignore me, I am your senpai, and you will obey me. Yeah, come over. Level 5 Rex. Just got Rexed. Alright, come here. Come here, you big lummox. Like, look at this. We are literally big game hunters right now. Do you have anything? You just have arms? Your little itty-bitty arms. Alright, well, I suppose no time like the present to explore the option of clearing out this entire area. Let's go ahead. Clear out all hostile targets. Man, I'm not gonna lie, there's a certain amount of joy to be had from just, like, how ridiculously OP we are. We are so strong! It's uncanny. Okay. Jeez Louise. I am the butcher of Dead Island, like, legitimately. I'm basically the worst thing that's ever happened to this place. Alright, what we got going on? We got, like, a Carno over there. Sure, I'll mess with you. Where do the cats go? I want to have my revenge on the cats, which is what I really want to do. Alright, you know what? Actually, for you, I don't even think I need to whip out my gun. I think I just beat you to death. You're a wimpy level 6, if I can find you. Alright. Yep, down it goes. It's a massacre! This isn't even, like, a contest! What is that? It's a spooky-looking cave. I guess we can go explore the spooky-looking cave. Here. Let's go ahead. Let's butcher up some of these Rexes here. Put it to not waste, you know? Let's make sure that we at least take whatever they have. We'll leave the arms behind, because honestly, finding Rex isn't too bad. But finding a good Rex is very difficult, so we will go ahead and leave them be. I would very much welcome another fight with an alpha. Now that we've done this, I'm sort of curious as to why it was so hard that first time. I feel like that first time we struggled a little bit too much. I think what it is that I just couldn't aim. Like, my aim was just not there. So it was just really difficult to do. So maybe that's what it was. Oh, wait. Did all of our... I think the bodies of our fallen enemies are gone. Although I want a part of this brawl. I'm here to play too, oh creatures of the island! Can I play? Wait, hold on. This could be a golden opportunity. Hold on! Here, you want to play a game? It's called Catch! I have no idea if that actually accomplished anything. I think it did, but I'm not entirely sure. This is... we might actually be the reason why dinosaurs are extinct, because I have no idea what's going on. I came into this thinking, oh man, this is going to be a struggle for life itself. Nah, this is a question of how many dinos are managed to stay alive by the end of my, like, horrible reign of terror upon the island. Oh my gosh. This is just uncalled for what I'm doing to them. Okay, let's go over here. Let's go mess around with this. Let's see what you got. You have an improvised, okay, an IED and a metal dinosaur gate, which is both of them kind of like meh, but you know, whatever. That's all right. Guess we'll go over here. I don't think we're going to run into anything too crazy. And by the way, you can absolutely have this raw prime meat because I am not going to be eating it anytime soon, and you actually will. So you should probably hold on to that. All right. Oh, I see a Rex over yonder. Admittedly, there are more Rexes. The sheer volume of Rexes here is by and far larger than what we had previously. So definitely is useful to have this many more Rexes flying around, but I mean, not flying, literally, but just having more Rexes available is always good. But I am not seeing what I need to see. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and park out here. We're not going to go fully into a cave, because caves are spooky and stuff, and even, admittedly, I feel like we actually might be prepped to go into a cave, to be completely honest with you. But I don't have anything to keep watch over the Kwehs. The Kwehs is going to be kind of in a very scary predicament if I leave it out here. So let's take a quick little peek inside. Let's go see what's inside real quick, and then hopefully not die immediately. Okay. Some psychedelic mushrooms, interesting. Yeah, so this is more or less of what we've seen before in a cave, although admittedly we didn't have this water portion, which is terrifying. Alright, so there is definitely a water portion to this cave. Something that we have to keep an eye out for. But nothing else. Okay, so this looks like a cave that you have to be like really prepared to do in order to do. Because I'm guessing there's like a whole underwater segment, and we don't have the ability to do that. So we're going to go ahead. I think we're going to actually piece a scene here fairly soon. I feel really bad. I thought this was going to be an endeavor, and now I'm just massacring the dinos of the island. I'm a monster. I'm just a straight up like savage. What the bleep? Although I do rate the high level drops here. I do rate that pretty highly. Alright, so here's the next question. Here is the next question of the day, which I haven't actually tested yet. Now, I think I can shoot from the back of a Kwehs even without a platform. So I think if I just slow it all down, and then I just, yeah, and I can just do this. I could just shoot from the back. So I believe I could just gun them down like this. Alright, so while I'm actually in this state, let's go ahead and let's see. Level 2 Carno, level 7 Rex, 12 Kitty Cat, 26 female Scorpy. I think that's actually the highest Scorpy we've ever seen. Level 10 Scorpy over there. Got a Argentavis getting absolutely mauled by something over there. And it's dead. Alright, well, that's the end of that. Oh, alright. So let's go ahead and get this drop. I guess we're going to just do one more. We'll do one more tour around the island. But I think other than that, we're just going to go home. This was, I'm not going to lie, I kind of feel betrayed. I feel like my expectations were set a little bit too high for Dead Island. I prepared for like a full-on war. I thought we were going to go into like the heart of doom. But instead it turned out to be actually fairly tame. Alright, so let's see. We did pick up a silencer. I think you can only equip one attachment to a weapon at a time. Yeah. So that's not exactly going to be a good choice for us right there. This muffles the shots, and it's just it doesn't. I don't know. I don't really know what the point of putting a silencer on there is besides outside of PvP, or besides PvP. Outside of it, I'm not sure what the point is. That's what I was trying to say. I know how to English, I promise. Alright, so one last tour around the island. Let's see if we have any alpha targets. We will go ahead and eliminate them with extreme prejudice. And if we don't see anything, then we will refrain from murdering any more of their poor kinsmen, because we have decimated their population. Alright, let's see what this is. A level 3 Shark Dog, you're not even worth taming. A level 2 Carno. I feel like they're going down in level. I think they're getting weaker. I think our presence is like interfered. Now like other dinos are coming in here like, hey George, you want to move over to that dead island please? Yeah, that sounds like a great place. Oh no, you gotta be careful. There's that one crazy guy running around with a rifle there. He's killing everyone. It's a very unsafe part of town. Oh man, we better just avoid that. Oh no, that will not do. Oh no, look at that! Level 4 and 14. They're babies. We're picking on babies. They're not even like full grown. They're just like little wimpy wimps. We're basically fighting like little, I don't even know, like we're fighting like avocados. Like what in God's green earth is happening over there? If, you know, I can find it. Level 15, 5. There's like level 5 Argentavis. I saw a 9 in there somewhere. Man! This was a massive fail on so many levels. At least for the dinos. Team Dino got wrecked. I think it's safe to say we're fairly strong. Alright, so you know what? I think what we're going to do is we're going to go head back. I think we've, you know, quote-unquote conquered Dead Island. I don't think Dead Island has anything that has any form of appropriate response. What is it? It's a... I don't think they have anything to deal with us. It's just, we're savages. Can I, like, intercept these in midair? That should be pretty hype. Let's see if I can. Okay, come down to daddy. Come down to daddy. I want to just pick you up. Oh, midair. Ooh, I've never seen the inside of a... That was kind of cool. Alright, interesting. Fair enough. Alright, let's go land. Let's see what's in the inside of this bad boy. Then we'll make our way home. And then a medium crop plot. There are some days when you just wake up and you think to yourself, man, you know what I need? A medium crop plot. And the game is just very happy to indulge you. Then there are days where you have an invisible map. In case you were wondering, me is over there. Just as a heads up, if you were curious as to the location of me, I'm not actually the one riding on this bird. You see, this has all been in a ruse. I'm over there somehow. This is ridiculous. This is truly absurd. Alright, let's go, and we need to fly all the way down. I guess we're gonna go rob some beavers of their cementing paste and then head out. I mean, there's not really much left to do here, because it's just... What do I do in that situation? I suppose the next thing that we can reasonably do is we can probably try to do... I think it's near it's near Metal Mountain. There's a cave. I think it's the one in Metal Mountain. But there's a cave, and from what I remember, there wasn't an underwater section that I could think of. And so what we might do is we might go take one of our Argentavis over there, and that will be hopefully a good thing. Let me see. I'm not really too keen on taming anything this far out unless I can pick it up. And even then, I'm not too keen on it, to be completely honest. I'm not peachy keen on it. Unless we find a level 30 Ankylo, which... Why is there a level 30 Ankylo but not a Rex? I could not tell you. Apparently we found the freaking sage of all Ankylos here. There's a level 7. Level 30, level 3. Okay, the only issue that I currently have is I don't have Mejo berries. Alright, you know what? You know what the plan will be? I'm just gonna kidnap it. We're just gonna do a hit and run kind of situation here. Alright, so there's our target. Let's go extract him. Level 30 Ankylo. Well, what? Are you still with us? Okay. So we're just gonna grab the Ankylo and I guess we're gonna just book it. We'll go ahead and we'll rob the beavers closer to us whenever we need to. But a level 30 Ankylo, I think this is the first actual 30 we've seen, which is pretty cool. Although admittedly, I'm not too terribly crazy about the fact that we have to carry this giant Ankylo all the way home. But you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, there's certain sacrifices you gotta make. I feel like we could even maybe take a Giga. I don't know where we can find a Giga these days. Maybe that's another thing we should try to do. We really should try to find a Giga. I wouldn't mind taming one of any level. Well then. I don't know what's going on in my life. Everything I knew about ARK is changing. I don't know what's happening. I swear I'm not a bad person. I mean, sure, I just murdered scores and scores of innocent dinosaurs that had nothing to do with me, and I interfered in their personal affairs, and sure, I've been kidnapping random members of beautiful families that were happy and not bothering anyone. But, I mean, at the same time, I want to add more to my collection. That's... I know it doesn't sound like a very good reason, but believe me, it is. It's an 18. I think that's the highest we've ever seen, but it's still a poor excuse for a Rex. It is a very, very poor excuse. I think if I'm going to ever pull the trigger on a Rex, it has to be at least level 25. But even then, it's going to be very, very... It'll be a sad, sad tame, to be completely honest. Because what we want is that you have to remember, at level 30, by losing some taming effectiveness, each time that ticks down, you're talking a difference of like a handful of levels. You're not talking a difference of like 60 levels here. You're talking like a much smaller, minute difference. And the fact that that exists is very, very tricky because we don't have the luxury on a low-level server to just kind of take like, oh, that's a pretty close one. You can't really go for a really good, you know, quote-unquote perfect tame. A perfect tame here is something that's going to only be level 30 in the first place, and that has a chance to go up to 45 if you do it perfectly. So if you botch it up by like a couple of things here and there, you're talking about 1 level lost, perhaps 2. So it's kind of just like you're not exactly, you know, doing rocket surgery here, right? You're just kind of doing very basic things. So kind of a weird situation to be in. Alright, I am kind of running a little bit low on the stamina tank, so I do want to find a place to park this booty. Although I'm not seeing a great place. I'm hoping that little elevated area there is good. And before we see like, hey, you wanted to know where the Gigas are, hello! And then we all just explode and die violently. Okay, let's drop off the Ankylo. Alright. I can see literally nothing. Alright, and then we just have to wait for the stamina to go back up, and then we'll bring the Ankylo home. Hopefully it doesn't do something stupid like walk off the ledge. Alright. With that, we should be able... to go all the way home with that much stamina. Kwehs are absolute beasts when it comes to stamina, so I don't think we're going to be even remotely worried about stamina gaming with Kwehs. I'm just never going to level it up. If we can ever get like a great tame of a Kwehs, that would be another great thing to accomplish, but realistically speaking, Kwehs are more about movement speed and maybe, movement speed and maybe weight, debatably. Depends what you want to use your Kwehs for, because obviously you can build like platforms and stuff on the back of it, get like these weird mobile bases, but by and far, way more important thing is for you to, of course, have yourself a wee bit of movement speed as opposed to anything else, because these things have just so much stamina built in, and they have a decent amount of weight built in as well. And I think I was flying over to the red obelisk actually. I was running over to the wrong one. Yeah, I'm close to the other. I'm close to the boys actually. We're actually fairly close to the boys right now. Alright, so let's continue on. There's Metal Mountain to the right there. The obelisk over there is going to be the blue / the white one. And then we are, of course, going to have to go to the left. So we're going to be like probably right about there. That's my guess. My guess is that we're going this way. I think we're in the right area. Alright, so now the question becomes, we've conquered Dead Island. What do we do from here? We obviously, I think at this point, alphas are just free. Like, we can just go for alphas whenever we want, and I don't think we have to really worry too terribly much about it. Not to say that alphas are not a big deal to fight, because they still are. We still can't just be like, hey, what's up, alpha? I'm going to slap fight you, but you do have to be, of course, you know, mindful of the fact that we also are rocking some pretty serious firepower. I thought I said sire power furious, but that was not what I said. So I was smart for once. I was not being a dum-dum. Alright, there is, of course, our little area that we are very so familiar with. It's actually concerning how familiar I am with that territory, just because, like, seeing that, I feel like I know, like, all the different nooks and crannies that are there. It's just weird. It's weird because ARK is one of those games where you just learn the map very intimately. It's like you just get used to the fact that once you try to build there, especially like, oh, there's a bump in the ground. Like the most minuscule bump haunts your dreams because you remember, hey, remember that one time where we tried to build that foundation? It was like, nope, because you're not flat enough. And I was getting, yeah, okay, sorry. So very sorry. But interesting. Okay, well, I feel like that was more or less a wash. I do want to tame this Ankylo, and I believe Ankylos do like, as most herbivores, I think most herbivores actually prefer the crops that you grow over mejoberries, which I didn't think about until recently. So we may actually want to give that a try on this Ankylo, and I think that'll be all that we're doing for today. So hopefully we can get this guy to be a level 45 Ankylo. That would be pretty cool. Admittedly, to get our first, you know, quote-unquote maxed out one, granted we wouldn't be doing it via kibble, we'll be doing it by just crops, would be pretty cool. Also, it would be nice to know that if we can pull it off, because the tame rate is obviously higher on here, right? We're not talking about a really slow tame rate, so it may be very much possible that we don't need kibble for certain kinds of critters that tame very quickly, because their taming effectiveness won't drop all too much. So we'll see how that goes. But first, let me see what's going on here. We're just going to go ahead and drop this Ankylo off. And then, let's see what's going on. Let's land the Kwehs. And let me just really quickly check ARK Ankylo. And let's see what the Ankylo entry has to say. Taming. Okay, so yeah, vegetables do look like they are the favorite. It looks like they're the favorite, but they're the favorite not so much because of time, but because of the fact that they're a little bit more efficient or something. I don't really understand how that all works. All right, so we have our greenhouse here. We have some trank arrows. I'm not going to waste any of our sexy tranquilizer darts. We're just going to trank arrow this guy into submission. Okay, come on. Okay, I think it's going to take one more shot. Maybe more? Give it a little bit of time. There it goes. Yep, there it goes. Down it goes. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and get a whole bunch of little things here from our beautiful garden. And I think... let's not give it lemons. That would be rude. Just, hey, would you like to eat some lemons? Maybe maybe it's like a freaking bunny. It'll like carrots, maybe. I don't know. Giant spiky dinosaur carrots? They're about the same. Not carrots, bunnies. Jeez Louise, brain, please, I beg. Alright, so let's go ahead and drop off 100 rock carrots. And then, let's see how this goes. Oh, I can... wait. Of course I can access an inventory. Choco, what kind of stupid question was that? Alright, I'm not seeing anything here, and that's making me very uneasy. Okay, 99.9. Dang it! How did we lose one? What? That should be 15! You're at 99 point. You're missing 0.1%! Why in the world did you lose a level off of that? What? That's ridiculous. That's actually kind of upsetting. Why is that happening? That's dumb. What? That's bull shrimp. Alright, well, this is no longer able to be like a quote-unquote perfect tame. Dang. That's absolutely savage. What the flipperdoodle was that? Alright, well, anyways, Skadoodles, I guess that's going to be it for this episode, guys. We'll get back to you after the Ankylo is finished taming, and we'll go ahead and show what kind of efforts, or what the reward for our efforts were. But I'm going to go ahead, store away this shield, this poor shield that had the beautiful screen time of like half a second, and then this sword which also had the screen time about half a second, which was sort of kind of funny, admittedly, but not at all what we were expecting. But let me go ahead and drop this in here, and let's just drop in all the ammo. We have a simple pistol. We also have the stuff in the alpha. But let's go ahead and store away these different things of ammunition, and then we also have that Sarco saddle. So I guess we're going to go ahead and saddle up on one of our guys. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and do this all with stream and stuff, and then I guess we'll be back with the next episode, hopefully, which is going to be about us doing... Well, it'll be one of either two things. I'm going to ask Stream Chat what they think about it, but it'll either be like something involving putting up lights in our house and kind of going a little bit further with electronics, or it's going to be something along the lines of exploring a spooky cave, because I'm not entirely sure. Caves are also another big question mark in my mind, because I just don't know very much about it. I do not feel comfortable with the idea of fighting a boss. I can already say that with absolute certainty. I don't feel comfortable with that idea at all. So you can dash that from your mind if that was where your brain instantly snapped to, like, hey, you know, it'd be kind of cool if he went ahead and fought a boss, because that's not happening, Tim. That's just not happening. All right, so we killed a sauropod. When did this happen? All right, congratulations! You are now the proud owner of a saddle and glasses. Wait, hold on. Glasses. You could totally be like some kind of pop artist or something. Looks like a hipster freaking croc. All right, anyways, guys, that is going to be all for this episode. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're interested to see what happens next in ARK. And also, I will mention that I'm trying to be a little bit better about it. It's not going to always be super current, but I am doing my best to kind of keep a playlist going for the different seasons of ARK, including Season 3, which is what we're on right now. But hopefully, that'll help you guys who are trying to catch up from either you're just joining us later on or whatever the case may be, but hopefully this will help you a little bit. So anyways, just a little bit of a heads up for those of you who are curious about that. Anyways, take care and ciao for now.